about nothing. It's me, your boy, the freaking hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
What's going on, beautiful people?
Welcome home, Robbie. You're back in New York.
I am back in New York.
What was the first thing you did when you got off the plane?
First thing I did.
Robbie went to Utah like a bougie ass bitch.
I did go to Utah like a bougie ass bitch.
Everyone.
I did very.
Anyone that you go, oh, I hate their presence online was there, and Robbie boy. Everyone you go, Jesus Christ, they're a fucking eye roll. But when you see him in person, you go, hey, oh, look who it is.
In Utah, yeah, I went to.
Was in Utah this weekend. And Rob.
Correct. I mean, no, I can't sign off on that.
I know, neither can I.
I can't sign off on that.
I speak and I say whatever I want. Who cares?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care anymore. I'm living in a fucking hole. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking Machiavelli screamed look down at his people from the top of the mountain. Me, I'm observing society from the hole. You know, he looked down to understand society. Me, I'm looking from the sewers. Being like, oh, that's what people are like. Me, the fucking troll man. Oh yeah, go ahead. So how was the beautiful state of Utah?
It was nice, Utah. I mean, I went to Park City during the Sundance Film Festival. I didn't see any movies or anything.
You see any Mormons?
Yeah, I mean,
how'd you know? How do you recognize?
I didn't know for sure, but
you were like, they look like a Mormon.
No, I mean, you just must. I must have seen a Mormon. I don't know for sure, but I can only imagine, right?
I can imagine. Yeah.
Although.
It's hard. Mormons fit in. Any place that's like a meet and greet, Mormons fit in because they always have the thing with the name tag.
Yeah.
So Mormons hide among us in meet and greets, you know? Yes. You don't even freaking know
there's not that many meet and greets. It was very Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood, they don't put on name tags.
No.
You know, it's like the one place that you go, one like business like events where no one wears name tags. Because if you don't know them, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's not like you go to the accountant meeting. It's like, oh, you know, Timothy blah blah. You know, oh, how dare you? You know.
Yeah. No, it was because it's like a networking. 3-day networking event for like some of the most famous people on the planet and like the richest people on the planet. And yeah, there's none of that. It is interesting what I found. So like there's a lot of corporate sponsors for the film festival, and in years past they'll just have like pop-ups and they'll give out free stuff and whatever. And this was the first time that the film festival has happened since 2020. But this year now all the corporate sponsors are back, but they have now brought with them a nonprofit. Whereas it used to just be like the Acura, now it's like Acura plus like the Stacy's Chips, and then it was like this organization that propels women in business. It would be like
that's so annoying.
It was so wild.
It's just because
it's like all right, now it's like Chase End. Now they have like some
capitalist place.
I know, exactly.
And just do it on the DL.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how much an eye roll Scrooge must have been the day, a Christmas day, throwing geese down, like giving away candy on the streets?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we appreciated Scrooge, but you're still Scrooge. You know what I mean? We 100%. Still remember. So when you attach yourself to these nonprofits.
It's just like, yeah, that's what they were. It was funny to see that. I guess that
they were like, visited by the ghosts of the pandemic and
exactly. Not even. They just
racial and racism, you know?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was just like they needed. It's almost to be better at capitalism now. You needed that little cell because it's like, oh, people are on to us, which was wild. It's a whole.
We're still on to you.
Yeah, we're still 100%. It's like exactly
whose name. Yeah, even if your name was bigger, right? Even if like you made the nonprofit's name bigger than yours.
Yes,
it's still by Chase. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like
yes.
We're not lost by this.
No.
Your goal is still to take as much money from people, so we push them down so they continue to need you.
100%.
So, like, what the frick are we doing?
Yes.
What the frick are we doing?
No, and it's
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I'm
you should just associate yourself with various nonprofits.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on dates and like say hey, it's me, Sebastian, but I'm also here with the Bed-Stuy Foundation.
Yeah, well, like exactly.
Like, what are we doing?
No, like that kind of shit annoys me because we know your motive at the end of the day. So it's just like you need the nonprofits to make more money.
Donate money.
Sure, yeah, 100%. Directly to like people who need or change policy. I mean, there's 1,000 things they could do, but a lot of big corporations go to Park City for the week. They rent out a space.
What was the biggest juxtaposition between the two, the nonprofits and the company? Did you see one with a big juxtaposition that didn't belong together?
Not really.
No, not really.
There's.
It wasn't like Wells Fargo and the unhoused company.
I did see though.
We support the unhoused. Get a loan with us to get to get your own home. You know.
Yeah, it would be like in Canada Goose in the environment, which it's just like there's a lot of
great.
They all. Yeah, everybody, like everyone had a nonprofit
Buy
partner.
Buy our fur, protect the animals. Yeah. we only use the fur after we kill the animals.
Yeah. We ethically kill them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, to ethically kill as these companies, the funnest phrase I've ever heard.
Yes.
You know what? I love that.
Ethically slaughter.
I appreciate the ethical kill.
Sure, I'm sure that there is. Yeah, that it's real, but it is at the end of the day.
They're changing the standard for a lot of the packaging for what could be like farm raised or grass fed in the U.S. The FDA is changing a lot of that stuff, which is great.
Yes,
because a lot of it. Sometimes you walk in the grocery store, you just see chicken with the green label. You go, oh, that's the good one.
Yes, 1,000%.
You know how tricky that the color green in a grocery store is?
Yes.
It's the epitome of health.
Yes.
The healthiest color in a grocery store is green.
Yeah.
If I see the green color, I go, oh, this is good for my health, society. I'm ethical, right? I know nothing. I don't even read the product. I'm literally picking up veal.
Yeah.
I'm buying
green veal. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah,
like, exactly. Oh, this must be good for the world.
Absolutely.
The color green has done so. That's the biggest ruse that they've ever pulled in the big meat industry. Yeah. I would love that meeting. They're all sitting around bullshitting, right? And everyone goes, I got a big idea. What is it? You know, everyone says we're mean. We destroy the cows. We rip them from limb to limb, push them in little crates.
Yeah.
What if on the packaging we use the color green like the earth?
Yeah.
Like the grass.
I love the idea of like a guy goes in a pitch meeting and he has a PowerPoint and it's just one slide and it's the color green.
Yeah, and all good. I mean,
but this is what happens. This is
what happens.
Like you go to these things and you realize how it's a different society of people. I mean, and they live in their own bubble and they need to feel good about themselves. And now, in order to feel good, you need the color green. You need nonprofits. And also. It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, in reality, they add 20 other slides after pitching the color green, so they seem like a legit person.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be honest. You're just pitching the color green.
Yeah.
And all the stats about the color green afterwards are nothing. They're fugazi bullshit.
100%.
I mean, and this, I got to say this now. I'm sorry. We'll get to your trip.
That's okay.
We'll leak it out.
We'll leak it out
like
slowly
a slow
leak
gas leak throughout the podcast.
Definitely.
Slowly making us truly insane inside this fucking hole of a world we are in. So, the color green, I got something to say about this.
Let's hear it.
People ask you, hey, what's your favorite color, right? That's a nice question.
You think it is a nice question?
No, I don't.
It doesn't tell you anything about a personality.
You're right. And I hate the quizzes that's like, you'll learn a lot by the person's favorite color. No, it's usually just the color your parents painted your room or some shit.
Yeah. 100%.
Nothing. You're given your favorite color.
You're given like 4 options as a kid.
Yeah. So whatever. So anyways, it's a question people ask. Like, oh, what's your favorite color?
Yes,
right?
It's also, if you don't know it about a person, they'll feel like you don't know them at all. Which is annoying to me. Yeah. Because it's like, how does that inform anything about you?
She knew nothing. She
didn't
didn't know shit about me, man. She didn't know anything. Yeah, did she come to my family's house? Yes. Was she there when my mother died? Of course. I go, what's my favorite color, Samantha? She goes, I don't know. Fuck you, bitch. She goes, yeah. Like truly, people do hold weight. He didn't even know my favorite color.
I know,
right? Like during a breakup, that is like a
always
a straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, it helps you get over the person.
He didn't even know my favorite color.
Because they don't know your favorite color.
What was it? Purple? Oh my God, you love me.
Lavender. Yeah.
Well, anyways, people, I've been asked, what's your favorite color? And I say green. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
I don't like green anymore.
You don't like
was my
green
favorite
anymore.
color as a child.
Okay.
I'm in my 30s.
Yes.
I can't be walking around. Someone goes, hey, Sebastian, what's your favorite color? Green. Oh, I like green. That's a baby answer.
Yeah.
I got to grow into myself. At least I need to throw forest in front of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I at least have to go, forest green. I have to, like, as you mature, your color should mature with you.
Yes.
You should start being like, say, the fancier version. You go from the 8-box of Crayola to the 164. You know what I mean? We need to start exploring tones of favorite color.
I think,
and I'm done with that. My favorite color ain't green anymore.
No.
I could spell. I know how to count. I don't go, oh, I like green. Oh, give me a pancake.
Yeah. I think a good response as an adult would be like, I love a fuchsia. I love a forest green. I love a sea blue. Like,
and then with an explanation.
You love a lot of different things for different settings.
Yeah, with like a reason. Like, oh, I love like a burnt, like a burgundy, a rich burgundy, because it reminds me of like when the autumn leaves are turning and the moment before a leaf falls off a tree.
Yes, this is another good point. Your favorite color should probably change throughout the year.
Should definitely change throughout the year.
You can't wear the same shit all year round.
Like, I love teal.
Yeah, me too.
I love the color teal. I think it's very fun, very Miami, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I learned how to say that word from Will Smith.
Party in the city where the heat is on. Me too. I mean, a lot of us did.
I mean, a lot of people learned how to say Miami.
A lot of us
from
learned about Miami from Will Smith.
Yeah. Welcome to Miami.
Benito, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if that's offensive, but it is. At least you know the reason why. I'm not trying to hurt people. Some people I try to hurt. The Miami people.
No, you don't.
Some people.
You want to hurt?
Yeah, there's one person in particular.
Who?
My arch nemesis.
You have a new arch nemesis? In 4 days?
My own fucking reflection.
Oh, I can't do this. Sure,
right,
sure,
we won't
sure,
go into
sure.
that. I promised myself we would be positive on the podcast today.
Okay. We could be negative if you want.
No.
We could turn and be negative.
No,
if you want to be negative, negative is fun.
No, because being that would be selfish.
That would be selfish.
That I'm here to make people happy.
It's January.
I'm
what's
not
today's date? It's January 23rd. It's fucking raining in New York City. It's
we're
cold.
all looking at the fucking devil every day.
Yeah.
We're all just staring down the barrel of the fucking devil's cock.
That's what it is.
Just being like, do I suck it or do I make him come all over my fucking? Do I deep throat the devil now and just fucking get it over with?
Wait, this is a huge development because you always say I look at the devil. I didn't know when you're looking at him, it's his dick hole.
I'm staring
is he erect?
right into the eye of the devil's cock, waiting for. And I go. Do I just fucking live with the devil's cock in my throat or do I fucking face it head on like a warrior and suck it down?
That jizz has got to come out one way or another.
Yeah. Either,
How
no
am I
matter
gonna
what,
handle it?
Am I just gonna leave it there till it comes on its own, or am I gonna fucking do something about this fucking red ass cock in my face? Watch the YouTube. We're trying to monetize it, so we're trying to curse less. Yeah. Just so you know, I'm trying to curse less. Anyways, the fucking cum that comes out the devil's cock, boiling, burns your throats. Syphilis would be a dream. I did start the episode by saying Machiavelli looks from the towers. I look from the sewers.
That's true.
You can't hide it, people. You know.
No, it's hard to hide. It's January 23rd. It's cold. It's
This
fine. Is the vibes
it's also
a little bit.
I also did hear this thing. It's like if you're a performer, you show up. You don't want to be selfish. You know. It's
that's
sometimes
true.
Yeah, I don't want to be selfish for the people.
No, that's true.
Even if I'm you know,
not feeling 100%,
seeing the devil's cock every night. You know what I mean? I've been you got to show up.
That's good.
You got to make sure you tuck that shit back.
Tuck it in, baby.
You make sure you go, devil. You tuck that cock back. I got fucking people to make giggle. Don't you fucking dare, devil. Okay? You tuck that cock right into your own fucking ass.
Excuse me, devil. I was just wondering. I gotta do a podcast this week. Am I putting that cock just straight back?
You do the thing where you go knock knock knock
yeah.
when your head's already in the room.
Yeah.
Knock knock knock. Hey, Mr. Devil.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, okay. You know how how you've been doing this thing where it feels like you're just shoving your cock down my throat all day in like an aggressive way.
Yeah.
Whoa, I got a couple giggles I gotta put out.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, I guess my new favorite color is like a burgundy.
Burgundy, the shirt you're wearing.
I guess today it's a burgundy, right?
Yeah.
But I think then, like it is teal in the summer. It is like, I think it changes. Like there's nothing better than red and green by Christmas, you know?
100%.
Yeah, but I think that I want to like revisit some of these like some of these questions people ask, these like cliche questions, because we've talked about like having to like come up with good questions
to get to know someone.
I think what I need to do also, because that's selfish a little. That's one. Excuse me. That's not selfish. That's one side of the equation, right?
Okay.
Is me being like, oh, let me present better questions to people. And I'll say this: actively, when I talk to people, I have not been
asking better questions.
No, a lot of this advice I give on the podcast, I do a bad job for myself.
Okay. It's hard to care. That's what it's come down to.
That's
you know what you want to know something? We did a clip about me crying on planes.
Did you cry?
No, so I watched Ricky Gervais's show, which is like about he loses his wife, and I watched season 3. It's heavy.
When did Ricky Gervais just decide to throw comedy down the well?
It was fine. It's fine. He's funny in this. You get laughs.
Imagine you have kids and you sit him down. You go, "Oh, Ricky Gervais got a new show. Oh God, this guy's hilarious." And then you start watching it. It's like, my wife's dead.
It's all about like loss. Yeah, which is fine. I just was like, oh, I know it's kind of sad, whatever. And he does like really try to make it emotional, I guess, at the end. And I had nothing because I was like, I feel like when I've cried maybe in the past on these things, in this scenario, you're crying about love lost. And I'm just like, I don't know what I love.
I feel you, man. Lose. I don't know what I love.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
I don't know what I love.
I don't like you have someone in your mind, or like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? I mean, I love my family, immediate family, but that's not really what that was about. It was more a romantic love.
Or chosen love.
Yeah, chosen love. Yeah.
Chosen love, even more than that, right?
Chosen love lost, or like that connection. And I was just so far from it that I felt like I couldn't relate at all.
You know when like, yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? And it was kind of sad. That was sad in its own way, but I was just like, this isn't my priority. I don't even care about this in a way.
I want to care so bad.
I know.
And I've been saying that for so long. At some point, it's like, make the fucking effort, you loser.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for so long. The other day, I was staring at the crowd before I went on stage.
Okay.
And everyone goes, "What?" I go, "What are you looking?" Someone says, "What are you looking at?" I go, "They get to live a life while never mind."
The clown. The clown complex.
Well, and here's the thing. So, like,
this is fun for them.
I go, "Oh, look at them all living their lives as I fucking don't even have one." And someone patted me on the back.
I mean, come see Sebastian. He's been very funny live recently.
I have been funny
live.
But here's the thing.
What?
I think why I've been funny. I think it sucks that the sadness goes with the funny. You know?
In some ways, definitely.
And I think that people like Ricky Gervais, the only way, and like why there's this like cliche, a lot of comedians also, why do they all go to dramatic work, right?
Yes.
Why do all these people all of a sudden become dramatic actors or do dramatic things? It's because they want to express their feelings and what was important to them and what they cared about, right?
Yeah.
But the only way that people would actually care about what they felt was if they made them laugh first.
Yes.
That's the only way. And then they get famous enough that like, wait, people actually care. And here's the thing. Dramatic movies, hot people are in dramatic movies, so we care instantly.
Yeah.
So comedy people, like why people do comedy, it's like, I want you to care about me. Great, I have all these feelings. Wait, I'll do it in a way that you will like me, and then we'll figure it out. And then once you like a comedian, that's why they go to dramatic work.
Yeah.
Because then you go, oh, finally I have the license that people will take my opinion.
Yeah.
And hot people, I have this new fucking idea.
Let's hear
that
it.
Like having opinions is a hot person's game. Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
It's something that hot people get to do.
I would say.
You know who's the least annoying person in the group?
Who?
Fat Bob. Fat Bob goes with the flow.
Okay.
You point over to Fat Bob. You go, "How you doing?" He goes, he gives 2 thumbs up.
Yes. Okay.
Never a complaint. Imagine if imagine Bob showed up every week and he had a whole new sob story. I can't even do the yada yada, right, to a friend group.
Fat Bob has less of an attention span. Like he gets less attention from other people than anyone else. You're right.
Yeah, he gets less.
Which is sad.
He gets less attention.
Also, hot people can just make shit up. And like they have opinions, and they can. This is the other thing. I think they can speak on their opinions with such authority, as if they're facts. Because why not? Most people won't check them on this.
Nope.
You could just get to live free. You just get to like
hot people
fiction. You just get to create fiction every day if you want.
It's truly hot people. Opinions is a hot people's game.
100%.
Opinion. I mean, because at the end of the day, I say something on the internet. It'll be something along the lines of like, let's just pretend I say something like, oh wow, isn't it? I prefer a step stool over a ladder.
Okay.
And someone will be like, of course you do, you fat shit. How fucking dare you, you know? Yeah, I'll just be like, oh, don't you like when it's a little drizzly outside? And they go, I can't believe this fat tub of lard just likes to lie in bed all day.
Yeah.
Like,
they try to find an angle in on where your opinion originated because of your appearance or this, that, and the other thing. Whereas if you're hot, you just create it. Just came to you by manifest, like divine intervention was where your opinion came from.
1,000%.
Because nothing else is going on that is negative. So it's like, oh yeah, of course you think that because you have X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Whereas hot people don't have any negative seemingly on the outside. So it's just maybe the gods gave this to them.
A
higher power.
The gods are just speaking through the hot people.
Yeah, exactly. That's almost the vibe of that.
And it's just wild. It's like, God forbid, I'm just like, hats are nice. Of course.
No, I know.
To what? Distract us from your body, you fat loser?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what happened?
Yeah. He would say hats are nice.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to a hot person and saying that they would say. I mean, I guess maybe if in certain instances of like them being braggadocious about
gossip
being hot.
Is a hot person's game.
Gossip too.
Oh, gossip is opinions. It's truly remarkable.
I mean, it's a hot person's world.
It is a hot person's world.
That's what it is.
And you know what I saw the other day? It's this
What?
new Mindy Kaling. Oh, how do you say her name?
Kaling.
We're all wrong.
Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling.
Kaling.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
Wow, that's how you do it, folks. That's how you stumble your way into something stupid.
Yeah.
So, Mindy Kaling says people aren't hot; they're just rich. And
that also, I think, also is true.
So,
but you can be.
I was a math minor, so let's break this down as a math minor. It's a hot people's world, right?
Yes.
Right? They get to have opinions. Great. There aren't hot people; they're just rich people. So through that property, that means that if you're rich, you get to have opinions.
Correct. Well, this is the world. What do you mean? If you're rich, the richest people are controlling what's happening everywhere.
Pretty amazing.
And they're like, you know what? They're on to us. Let's get some nonprofits on board.
Anyways,
let's see if we can muster up some nonprofits because I think they're on to us and we need to be a little nicer.
Anyways, I was thinking like, so we talked about like giving good questions, right?
Cool. Yes.
And I'm like, I don't only have to do that. I have to be prepared for when people ask me the basic questions to have better, more articulate answers.
Okay.
Right? Like, what's your favorite color?
Yes.
I need to come more correct with that shit.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of like very basic questions
that people ask on a first date.
Yeah,
you're meeting someone, a big group. Yeah.
What's your favorite movie? Right? That's like
well, favorites is hard.
Favorites is hard. But here's the thing. I'd rather someone give me an answer than say I don't have a favorite movie or I can't do that. You know?
Okay. What about like what do you like in a movie? What makes a good movie to you?
See, but that's a great question.
Yeah. Oh, you want good answers.
We need good answers to bad questions.
Okay. Not good questions to.
Yeah. We can't always control the question.
Okay.
If someone goes, what's your favorite movie? And what's annoying, what I'm trying to say is like someone goes, I don't answer that question. That's too hard to answer. You're critiquing their question.
Yeah.
Rather than
I might say. I could just go Toy Story because it's easy.
No, yeah, Toy Story. But here's the thing. You said that with such malice. You're annoyed at almost that you had to answer.
Yeah.
What I want you to do then is spin the Toy Story into something that then becomes interesting.
Okay.
Like, I think you could be like, Toy Story, to think that everything has a life that we don't even realize makes me realize how small I am in this big city.
Wow, so poetic.
When you're choking down the devil's cock every night. Is this offensive?
But there's nothing wrong with sucking dick.
No, there's not.
It's just the devil's.
One of my
incredible.
favorite activities
Sure.
for other people to do. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If someone goes, I love sucking dick, I go, I love that.
I love people that love to suck dick.
I love it too.
For sure.
Not even mine, just in general.
No, for sure.
I love that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, subtil.
More when the devil
It's
just doesn't
the
get it
devil.
out of your face.
It's the devil.
I just don't need it in your face all the time.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of basic questions I think that I want to start having more articulate answers to.
Okay, you want to be more thoughtful.
Yeah, as a man, like I think that like there's a lot of stuff that I could elevate rather than fix their question. Let's fix the answer.
Yes.
Right. When I ask questions, maybe I bump up those questions.
That is good.
Right. So what's some basic questions?
Basic questions.
Yeah. Give me a couple of basic questions that people ask.
Where do you like to go in the city?
So I would normally say I like to go to a bar, right?
Okay.
I like to go hang out at a bar. I go in my neighborhood, something like that, right? Yeah. Someone says, "Where do you like to hang?" Right?
Yeah.
I'll say something along the lines. I need to elevate that, right? A bar, just drink beers, you know? Maybe I'll say something along the lines of some place where I could feel like emotionally open enough to have a deeper conversation or enough that we could laugh to a silly degree.
That's good. I mean, this is informing more about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just need to start like.
It's good because you get on the same page. It's like, let's figure out if we actually like each other.
And this isn't like, let's figure out if we like each other. And I think that people sometimes overcorrect and start saying like traumatic shit to each other so fast.
Some people like to do that.
I'm not saying let's say traumatic stuff.
No.
I'm saying let's like go to like a nice middle ground where we're learning about the other person.
We take logical steps towards connection.
I don't have to go, in my neighborhood, these boys, they would fucking follow me, you know?
Yeah.
I need to like just like start all of a sudden like just opening up.
Yeah.
Right? What's your favorite movie? I like The Godfather because it was one of the only times my grandpa would give me individual attention. It felt like it was a special bond, and I didn't know how to relate to him in a lot of ways. So that I felt like him and I could like bond. It's hard, dudes. It's hard to bond. So it's like it's nice. It was like a vehicle for real conversation.
That is. It's also a lot of people don't say that. A lot of people don't say, I felt like it was hard for me to bond with this person in my family, and I really like this thing almost just because of that.
Yeah, but do you think that's too traumatic, like trauma bonding?
No, not really. I think it's enough. It's also, who do you want to let in to your life on that level? Who do you want to allow to get to know you in that way?
I guess so, yeah.
The listeners, obviously.
The listeners. I mean, I'm very open.
Yeah. You're also, open on the podcast, but in real life, it is a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to like elevate my answers to stuff.
That's good. I think
I'm also reevaluating like stuff that people would ask, like what's your favorite sports team? You know?
Yes.
Like what's your favorite cartoon? Right? I'm like thinking about it. I'm looking at a cartoon again. If you're gonna say SpongeBob's your favorite cartoon, watch an episode.
Yeah.
So then you can remember what it is.
Recalibrate your
favorites.
favorites. This is a good advice, I would say.
Because I used to say Ace Ventura, and then I took a look back.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go, I can't be running around saying I like Ace Ventura no more.
You also might not like it as much.
100%.
It's not as you've learned a different perspective on comedy, and you're like, oh, this joke is not. It's all one big joke, and it's not great.
I know.
I mean, there's funny moments, obviously, but to have it be your favorite movie of all time, it just doesn't resonate with you that much for it to be your favorite movie.
So yeah, I'm gonna look at things, but there is a
I think this is a good advice. Recalibrate your favorite everything.
Yeah.
If your favorite pizza spot you haven't been in 2 years, you should go. If you haven't seen your favorite movie if you're going around talking favorites, check it out again. Make sure that it's holds up in your personal whatever people in the media, whatever else they say. Your personal favorites they might not hold up, which is great for you.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
To have to find a new favorite.
It's like there's such a negativity around they want to cancel this, they want to get rid of it. It's like it's okay to grow out of things also. Personally.
Totally.
You don't have to have your favorite thing since you've been 5 years old. Stay the same and then just get offended if anyone like shits on it. It's like you can grow.
Sure. Or you could say it just holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it's not about the thing, it's about the memories or the people that it's attached to. 100%. Which is why when people get defensive.
Yes. Well, exactly, because they do have an emotional attachment to it.
Also,
but it's okay if something holds an emotional. I watch it every day in the hardest 6 months of my life when XYZ. So it'll always remind me of that period, and I'm grateful for that thing.
And can I say in the opposite to that? If someone really loves something and you know it's like a little problem, but they're like, me and my father did this, or me and my mother used to do this. Don't just shit on the thing over and over again.
No,
let them have it.
Just move on.
Just let them have it, even if you don't like it.
If it's bad, it's
just 100%. Let them have it. It's not about the fucking fucking movie. It's about the person they watch the movie with. Yeah, let them have the fucking problematic movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not the problem is they can't get in touch with their emotions, and that's a vehicle to let them
100%.
So let them get in touch with the emotion, even though the movie's fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
And if you mention it once and it's not receptive, either walk away. Like, I don't know. You're not gonna change. This would require therapy for this person to understand why this thing would be problematic, and you're probably not a licensed therapist.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm just gonna move on from you.
And I want to say in contrast to this, like me elevating my answers to stuff, right?
Okay.
Like I want to grow and say like not just green, right?
Yes.
Not just what's your favorite food, pizza,
Yeah.
right? What do you like, pizza?
I would say pizza.
No, but you could say it more articulately.
I could, yes.
Right? When people ask you your new favorite food, Robbie, you're a grown-ass man. What do you say? Robbie, what's your favorite food?
What's my favorite food?
Don't collapse. I see you going in on yourself.
I'm spiraling.
I know, you're spiraling.
I can't
Robbie,
do it.
you're just with me. There's literally
I would probably say pizza. I don't know.
No, but let's elevate that.
Okay, how can I elevate this answer? Let's think.
Well, what do you like about pizza?
I mean, the way it tastes. What am I talking about? Fucking, have you tried it? It's great.
I know.
I
know the way it tastes. I didn't think you were going to say the presentation. What are we talking here? Of course the way it tastes.
Like pizza and sex are the same. I maybe like pizza more than sex. What are we talking about?
What is happening, Rob? And yes, and people say, what
you
do
know
you
what?
like
What's my
sex?
favorite food? Well, I like pizza more than sex. I just immediately start talking about sex.
I also hate when people compare pizza
or
and
anything
sex
to sex.
Oh,
it's so funny.
I hate it.
Yes.
Sex is so complicated.
Sex is so many different things.
So
it's such a range
complicated.
of things. It is not 100%.
It could be
strange,
amazing to horrible to not to life changing in every direction.
Yeah.
Pizza is. I love pizza so much. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's not that at all. It's not a fair comparison.
No one ever goes back to seek revenge because they didn't get pizza in high school. Right?
No, 100%.
No one's ever getting a divorce because it's like, we haven't had pizza in 4 years. We live.
Yeah.
We have
wild.
tacos.
It is wild too.
Yeah.
Compare pizza and sex.
We can't.
Sex doesn't need to be compared to anything.
No one's risking disease for pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the condom off. Yeah, I don't care. This pizza's that good. No. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Right?
If there be, yeah.
So someone says, Robbie, what's your favorite food?
What's my favorite food? I'd be like, I live in literally the best place for pizza in the world, and I eat it almost every day. I'd have to say pizza.
That's nice. That would
probably be yes.
Right? Here's what I would say. Maybe you say something like, I like pizza because
yes,
it feels like it feels so exciting for me to bring someone to a pizza place, and it's really like standing and chatting. It's not like a sit down kind of.
Yeah.
Like speak about like the experience or what.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something.
Pizza's inherently made to be shared.
Robbie, there you go.
That's the best.
There you go.
It's the most shareable food that there is.
What about soup? What about a nice French onion soup? 1 spoon. 2 tongues.
Romantic.
Give me that crispy biscuit.
But
yeah, so that's a good answer, right? So I've been thinking about that as I talk to people. I want to start elevating those answers. You know,
it is good to elevate.
We'll see. My New Year's resolution was to unpack my laundry. I haven't done it once the whole year.
You'll get there.
I know. Today you're like, when we edit, why don't you unpack the laundry?
You can do it.
I don't know, man.
You unpack the laundry.
That room is a dark hole for you, boy. But like, I think it's good to elevate those answers that have to do with you, except if it's about facts.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Like if it's about something factual about you, do not elevate those answers.
Oh.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
Every single girl I know that has brown eyes, I go, hey, what color are your eyes? They go, hazel. No, they're fucking not.
You know what's funny?
No, they're not. How convenient. Everyone has hazel eyes. Only 5% of the population has hazel eyes. I looked it up. Okay. But somehow, every single girl I've met with brown eyes says they're freaking hazel.
I didn't even know what hazel was until like
it's not
college.
real.
I didn't know what it was either. I thought hazel was like a combo of blue and green. Like until I was maybe like 21 years old, and then I realized that I have hazel adjacent eyes, and I couldn't. Well, this is what was happening. People with more brown eyes than me were claiming hazel.
Yes.
So then I was having like an identity crisis when I figured out what hazel was, and I was like, do I have hazel eyes this whole time? And my mom was like, I guess has hazel-ish eyes. But I have brown eyes. I have a little yellow in my eyes, but I have brown eyes.
Bro, hazel eyes are the NFT of eye color.
Okay.
We just made them up.
They made them up.
We made them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not real, bro.
No, I agree. Because I've said I have brown eyes my whole life. And then, people with... It is funny.
It's also the easiest way to flirt with someone. Be like,
just
oh
say,
my God, what are your eyes, hazel? Because you're making them feel hotter than the...
Yes, that is also, a good way to flirt.
I also want to say this. I think brown eyes are fucking hot as shit.
Yeah, I don't mind brown eyes.
I like a deep, rich brown eye.
Okay.
I think brown eyes are fucking smoking. Can't we give love to brown eyes rather than fucking try to change who you are?
This is amazing.
I mean, I'm just being real right here.
I like brown eyes
Don't say you
too.
have hazel, because then I'm annoyed at your ass if they're not. And it doesn't have to be like, I have hazel. Wait, come out. Come look in the sun with me.
Yeah.
I need to see it right here, right
100%.
now. I love a brown eye.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
We just kind of decided that the lighter your eyes are,
I mean, some white bullshit.
It is definitely white bullshit.
It's white bullshit at the end of the day.
It definitely is.
But I mean, that's what, at the end of the day, it's fucking white bullshit. No, my eyes are brown. They're not brown. How dare you? How dare you? I'm from Connecticut.
Yeah. Nobody in the state of Connecticut has brown eyes.
Oh, God. Oh, bring us back, Connecticut.
There's...
But like, yeah, I can't. And some people do have hazel eyes, so I feel bad for me screaming the truth right now.
Yes.
But for the one listener out there that does have hazel eyes.
What even is? I don't even know what the fuck they are. I want to look up the what
hazel.
Color.
I looked it up the other day.
I know what hazelnut is. Hazel eyes. Let's see.
Hazel is just its green tints in the brown.
It is the green.
It's a little green in the brown.
Yeah. See, but even...
You don't need to show the camera. They could Google.
They could Google. But this is the propaganda. This says behind these hazel eyes. Those are brown eyes.
Those are brown. Those are chestnut.
Yeah.
Or
we could create more eye colors if we want to be. We're talking about creating more colors or just having more specific color verbiage. Then we just have brown, blue, green, hazel.
Yeah, let's throw.
I have some yellow in mine. Like, do I need to say that?
Hazel is a fucking it's like a plot twist.
Yeah,
it's an overcompensation in a direction you want to be that isn't everyone's preference.
Yes,
right. So why not fucking overcorrect in other ways too?
Yeah,
like my eyes aren't just blue; they're green too. Definitely. You know? Yeah. Like so, just. And I feel bad for the people with hazel eyes out there that hear me screaming about this, right?
Yeah, this isn't at you.
No, this is...
Now everyone with brown eyes that thinks they have hazel eyes just goes, okay, it wasn't about me.
I know. That's how I cover...
So it was about you.
Listen to me. Shh, Robbie, don't... Okay. This is how I cover my ass.
All right.
I make
the real ones out there.
I make a statement.
Yeah.
Make sure it's true. And then I go, but there's one person...
Exactly.
It's good to speak.
And then you speak to the one person.
And they go, yeah, they're talking about me. Yeah.
Incredible.
I'm learning from you.
Yeah.
It's a little sneakier version of you.
Yeah.
You see so more openly.
Yes.
I'll say stuff like, oh, my one ex was so hot.
Yes. You more singular. I'll more
singular.
Be like, and don't get me wrong, there are a few people, like, I'm like, if talking directly to one person is almost more intimate.
Of course. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I will say, I watched...
caught me a couple tricks over the night.
Teaching you tricks. I watched this movie on the plane home, and
that's good. Wait, how was you... Tell me about anything happened on the trip. You fall down while you ski?
Not really.
You could catch nice views.
It was beautiful.
Does it make you feel small?
Skiing makes me feel... very small. Connected? It's very peaceful. You know what was happening? There was like, I guess it had snowed, and there was like almost a wind and a dusting that for like 2 days, the life was just glittering. Like you would go outside, it was just like sparkles was all over, and it was almost magic. And I know you like winter stuff, and I was like, I wish Sebastian could see this.
Thanks.
Because I do think like the way that the light was like hitting the air, it was like very sparkly.
That's really nice.
And I was like, because you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah. It was nice to see. It's nice to go in nature. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I went out both nights. There was like, they do like a club situation.
Wait, I have a question about when you say, because everyone goes, oh, when I go in nature, it makes me feel small, right?
Yeah.
It makes me feel insignificant in a good way.
I always feel small though. I feel small in New York.
That's
How do you not feel small in New York?
Like, but I think cities make you feel small in a different way.
Yes.
Because I think a city makes you feel small compared to other people. I think in the country, or like when you're in nature, it makes you feel humans are small.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's beautiful, is when humans are small in comparison to everything else.
Yeah.
Rather than I am small in comparison to a city. And I think that's what beats the shit out of you in cities sometimes.
Yeah. Because you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, whereas when you're in this beautiful landscape of nature, you're like, to compare yourself to the person next to you is insane.
Yeah, how are you going to compare yourself to a mountain, a tree that literally there's snow dripping down it, a babbling brook?
Yeah.
You could compare yourself to a guy named Brooke.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he did coke for 4 years, you know?
But I think like when you are in nature like that, you feel dumb comparing yourself to the other person, because you're like, we're so similar at the end of the day, because we're humans, and you're in like this large expansive thing. It's like when you leave the country and you're in, say, somewhere that you can't speak the language and you have no idea. It's like if you're with another American, you're like, oh, we're both American, kind of. I don't know if that's a good example. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It's a great example, Robert.
And it's like, oh, we're both humans in this like crazy. There's animals all here. There's these beautiful large trees. There's like feet of snow, and I don't know. It's just like, oh, we're way more all similar than we seem.
That is nice.
And
so
you're not
funny.
like,
it's so funny that the like rich people keep that to themselves.
Oh yeah, it's such a rich people.
It's like
situation.
It's I guess if they want to feel equal to someone, they don't want it to be that big a difference.
Yeah,
they want to be able to look at themselves the next morning in the light of the street lamp.
But I mean, the best part is I get adrenaline rush. You're like, you get the fresh air. It's just like, it's different air. It's adrenaline. You're going fast. It's like I've
had enough adrenaline in my life.
You have enough adrenaline? So
that sounds really nice. I'm happy that you had a beautiful trip. I was hoping that you were having fun.
Yeah, I did have a lot of fun. I went out one night and Diplo was performing, which I don't know what Diplo looks like at all. I did not know this. And he was kind of just on a stage surrounded by people and doing his thing very low key. And again, I did not know it was Diplo, but he was just playing good songs. Mm-hmm. And it made me realize, because a lot prior to seeing this, I would say, I always thought DJs you're just playing songs. And at the end of the day, it's like, oh, what is the skill? I guess you need to somewhat read the audience or whatever. You're just playing music, though. You're not creating something yourself. And he was good. And I was like, oh, DJing is a skill. It is a very like real skill to understand what's in front of you and entertain those people based on like a set list of things that exist in the universe.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he was playing new revolutionary music. He just wasn't playing all of the, like a wedding playlist, or he was playing good music that everybody knows, but we were all still surprised by it and having fun, which is a weird skill.
If you think of it as a curator, all of a sudden
that's what
respect
he is.
To it.
Very much so. He's a curator.
He's a curator of vibes.
Live in the moment.
He's a curator of energies. I mean,
yes.
Here's the thing. It's probably not all live in the moment. There's probably a lot of planning that happens.
Well, that's what I used to think.
Years of experience.
Yes.
So, like, years and years of, like, reading a room, he has a flow that he kind of knows how to do.
Yeah.
Like when someone becomes a chess expert.
Yes.
Like, I watched someone play chess the other day, and they're able to go from one plan to another as they, like, someone's voicing how they were moving, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And they, like, the 10,000 hours thing, that's true for people entertaining Molly people, too.
Well, all right, yeah. Well, that's what I always thought of it, like, oh, you're going to see a DJ? That's insane. But after going to this, I'm like, oh, yeah, because I've experienced so much bad DJing all the time.
All the time.
All the time. You go out in New York and it's just the wedding. It's almost like they want to make sure that everyone's going to enjoy this. So they just play the songs they know the most people like. And it's like you can still play songs that everybody knows and likes and not just have to be so repetitive. Like I don't ever. Also, I never need to listen to pop punk when I'm out ever again. This is controversial, but
give an example of pop punk.
Pop punk, Mr. Brightside. 1985, a song I loved dearly, and I will listen to it on my phone, or it's like fun maybe with a group setting, but I don't need to be at one of these pop punk Blink-182 sing-along type places ever again in my life.
I would say this. Mr. Brightside will be a song that people look back at millennials and cringe at.
I think it's already there for me.
It's truly one of those songs where you see a group of people start jumping up and down singing that it makes me embarrassed that we're born around the same time.
Yeah.
It's like how we're talking about elevating, grow.
Yeah.
Don't, Mr. Brightside.
I know. I think we're good on Mr. Brightside.
We're good.
I think we don't need to. The techno remix is all of it. I don't think we need Mr.
For next year, Mr. Brightside to have 0 plays on Spotify.
We take a full year off of Mr. Brightside. I'm cool with this.
We should cancel songs even if the artist hasn't done it.
Absolutely. I mean, for sure. Or just take a break. Like, don't listen to it for 10 years. It comes back. It's good.
In a movie, all of a sudden it has a new meaning.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
It's just its foot is it's not getting off the gas pedal. It's only somehow getting more on the gas pedal.
We need to take a break from it so it can have it could never invent itself.
Yeah.
It's like Sweet Caroline is cringe. You know what I mean? It's like falling into that same kind of category.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you're saying. Foot never off the gas.
It's just constant.
You know how you push a button, Robbie?
Wow.
You take your finger off the fucking button.
This is great. That is exactly
That's
true.
how you push a button.
Yeah.
You know how Mr. Brightside has a comeback? You take your foot off Mr. Brightside.
We need to 100%.
That's it, bro.
Because I had gone out. So before I went to the Diplo thing, it was just all pop punk. And it's just like, yeah, everyone's just singing along.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need a sing-along the whole time.
No. Sometimes you need to...
No, you want to dance. I don't know. It also depends on what you want. But I was like, wow, this guy's really good at DJing. When is Diplo coming on? Because he was nobody cared. It wasn't there was a spotlight on him. It was just people cared about all the other people that were at this place and not him. And it was like marketed as Diplo coming. And also he played for 4 hours, which I was like, oh, wow. I can't believe he did that.
I saw one of your friends.
Okay.
Great guy. I won't say his name. He was wearing a hat.
Okay.
Right? You know who I'm talking about.
We were all wearing hats, but
no,
continue.
He had a big brimmed hat.
Okay, yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
He had a beautiful brimmed hat.
Yes.
Very much like adult male energy of I'm going to wear a hat out to the club tonight.
Okay.
Right? Huge brim all around. Did you guys talk about the hats? Did you say, like, how do you feel, like, transitioning to a man that wears, like, adult hats? Like, how does one do this? Like, what type of energy? Because you have to walk in with a different energy to be wearing literally a hat that's completely brimmed.
Well, so for Sundance, the theme is like you are supposed to wear stuff like that. So that's like kind of it's the theme of the week, which like 30% of the people do. But we were like, oh, we want to kind of lean in. But you need to own it.
You need to be peacock a little bit.
Yes.
You need to.
We all tried on the hat at one point in the house, and we were like, who's able to rock this the most? Like, who can lean into this energy the most? Because it is something that we're a bunch of kids from Jersey, like all from a small radius from each other, trying on cowboy hats and these like fashionista. His wasn't a cowboy hat.
No, it wasn't a cowboy.
His wasn't a cowboy hat. It was a Stetson, but it was like a it was like a flat.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
It is a nice hat.
And because I'm out here, and I see like it is very popular with like black dudes going to the club wearing a hat like that, right? Yes. And I'm like, I always look at that and go, that's such a fucking cool look.
Yeah.
Like I would love to rock a hat like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like how do you practice? To wear such a bold statement piece out?
Yes.
Do you wear it around the house for an hour before you go out? Like you can't just. It's like you got to break in the hat. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, just like a new pair of sneakers before you hit the club.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't be in the club being like adjusting it, like kind of feeling it out.
No.
You have to make that like, oh, I'm wearing the hat. Yeah.
No, for sure. It is cool to see so many different people trying because at this place, people are trying bold things. They're like, I'm going to the Sundance Film Festival, and I'm going to be going to this club thing that all the celebrities will be at, and like, what are we going to be presenting to these people, and then there's going to be a red carpet, there's going to be pictures, and it was cool to see all of the different things that people consider fashion. And I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, these people look like they're more from LA, these people look like they're more from New York, these people, it's like, I don't know, what do people think looks good right now in 2023? That was one of the things I liked about going. I went both nights, and it was open bar. That's also why I'm like, it's hard for me to leave, even though I'm not like talking to that many people. It's hard to talk, you know what I mean? But one of the things I liked the most about it was seeing what people consider fashion right now.
And what was some things you noticed?
There was like, I don't know. There was cool fur coat stuff. I mean, Tiffany Haddish was there. She was wearing a cool, like, very, I guess, colors that you wouldn't think go together. Like a bright royal blue, green, orange, and then she had like her hair was all white, and I was like, oh, that was pretty cool.
I saw that, like colors, like a lot of colors
Big,
that don't
bright
even
colors
go together.
That don't go together. No,
are in now.
Yes, almost like, remember that children's book with the fish?
One fish, two fish, red fish,
no,
blue fish?
No, the rainbow fish.
Rainbow fish.
Yeah, like almost colors from that.
Wait a second. Is rainbow fish a new fashion icon?
I think so.
Is that?
I think if you want the safe approved color list, you go to the rainbow fish. If it's on the fish somewhere, it's in right now.
Is peacocking out and rainbow fishing in?
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not about like, phoo, look at me. It's like, yo, look at everything I got going on.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I like that. And I liked your boy going for the hat. I saw that. I said, wow. The hat looked good. It looked good, but you have to hold it.
You do have to hold it.
You have to, if you're going to make a big fashion statement, you need to present in it.
I know. I didn't.
Of course I wasn't. No offense to you. You just don't have hat energy.
No. I didn't make any fashion
I don't think
statement.
I do either.
You could. Like I saw my favorite person that I follow on Twitter on the streets. He had this big purple wool. It looked like a blanket, but it was like a bright purple. Like when you look at when you learn purple for the first time,
yeah,
that was the purple that this was. And he was just walking around the street with looked like a wool blanket. And that was like kind of his look. And I was like, oh, that is interesting. Yeah.
Do you want to shout him out? You said
Jabuki Young White. He's great.
Nice.
People know him. I don't want to like name drop, but
I mean, you said my favorite Twitter follower.
Yeah, he's an incredible comedian. He's a writer. He's great. Yeah, but I saw him on the street and I was like, oh yeah, I like his purple wool blanket.
To have money.
I mean, that's what it was. But I also think you could rock way more cool shit.
I don't have money.
Like if you could, like I was like, it would be so fun for Sebastian to just roll up here in like a wild outfit.
It would be so fun. Just so fun. Gigantic.
Yeah, you could pull stuff off.
Oh, 1,000%. And I also wouldn't care. It's not.
No, it's fun. That's like the whole. It's like cosplay, which is fun.
Yeah,
playing dress up is fun.
I know. That's why like people that were poor that become rich are fucking awesome. Because they just fucking go for it. But if I go, oh God,
no, you got to be gaudy. You have to be gaudy.
I would be so. One, I don't have kids. Two, I have no responsibilities. Where's my money going? Down the fucking drain, right onto my body.
Yeah.
If I ever got rich people, it would be a good time for everybody.
Yeah.
It would be a good time for you if you hang out with me, and it would be a good time to look at.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
100%.
Also, that's also a beautiful thing about not being like as the assholes say, not traditionally attractive, right?
Okay.
Is that like, what's the worst? What am I gonna? No one's. What am I gonna? I'm not throwing soup on the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Like we're just playing here.
Yeah. Take a swing.
Yeah. Throw whatever frame you want on the painting you got.
Which also a lot of it is if you could just rock it.
Rock it.
If you own it and you're like, I decided this looks good, it will look good. I think that's also the energy that people that I was noticing. But it was fun. I did decide though that DJing is a legitimate skill.
That's beautiful. I think like no one's like being an art curator.
Yeah.
In a museum isn't a real skill.
Yeah.
They get paid amazing money. It's also everyone looks at a DJ by who consumes it.
Yes.
Right? That like you have to like think about you are who your fans are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a DJ is who consumes it.
That's true.
Art is who consumes it, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's important to like think about like who's consuming what you do. Right.
Yeah.
That's why even sometimes podcasts suck because a lot of like there was this cliche like douchey like dudes would follow podcasts.
Yes.
Which is great, and we're always so proud how balanced our audience is. You know.
Oh, that is, I think, incredible.
It's truly one of the first thing I brag about.
Me too.
When someone says about the podcast, I go, "Oh yeah, we're almost split 50-50."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men, women, which is very hard to do
in
anything. What else do you know that? I mean, that's to me that's cool.
I know. Well, hot people, we don't.
No, 100%.
Hot people.
I also decided when I was there, podcasts. It's not a joke anymore of like, oh, you have a podcast. Like, that is over. All of these multinational corporations are investing bazillions of dollars into podcasts, where it's like you can't make fun of two people that want to start something on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Amazon has the Audible. They rented one of the biggest whole fucking exhibits at Sundance. Was this huge 2-story arena with gondolas, and you go and you listen to these podcasts, and every ESPN has producing.
I know.
Has now become this bazillion-dollar industry that it's like, oh, you could be a corporate person and be like, oh, I work at a podcast company.
Yep.
Like, you have a 9 to 5. Like, you can have, many people are now in this industry, and I'm like, oh, it's not like, oh, what do you have, a podcast? Which is cool, I guess. But that narrative, I would say, is pretty much gone.
So we're part of the problem.
Probably. I mean, we're not. I mean, we could be.
Whoa.
We're closer to the problem than we've ever been. We're not problematic anymore.
You know
we're part of the problem.
You know what, man? If I'm part of the problem, that means the money's going to start flowing. Well, if the money starts flowing, I'm going to get hot. If I'm hot, the devil's going to be sucking my dick.
Yeah. I will say I watched, so on the flight home, I flew in this morning, I took a red eye, and I watched Notting Hill, which is, many people have been telling me to watch this. I like rom-coms. And I like
telling you to watch Notting Hill?
What I've put out, like, favorite rom-coms. I talk about rom-coms on my Instagram multiple times, and Notting Hill is always like a big response. And it was on Netflix, and I was like, all right, well, I'll watch it. Let me try to access this love feeling again. It didn't work with Lost, maybe building on the way home. So first I watched Love Lost, now we'll watch Love Built. I will say one of the moves that they did in the movie, you've said is a good move. And I was like, I wonder if Sebastian got this move from them, or you've never seen the movie?
I've never seen it.
That's what I figured. I was like, oh, look at this. Sebastian's big moves.
I don't...
Not that it's a huge move.
No, but here's the thing. I've said this before. Like, hot people don't have moves. Ugly guys have moves. I have moves.
You have moves.
I don't get ass from looks. I get ass from moves.
Yeah.
I have
ass
moves
from looks.
No, I get ass from moves.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have moves. I don't... Like, it's annoying when, like, people online are like, oh, yeah, he doesn't know anything. He probably is just in his bed eating baked potatoes. Right? No, I got moves.
100%.
I eat potatoes at the kitchen table. Like the slob I am, with my fucking Guinness tea on, like a true American that only pretends he's Italian. Yeah, that's so annoying.
It was the mid-makeout.
Hot guys don't have moves.
Yeah.
I
think I have moves.
Speaks to the ugliness.
I also don't think I was. I've had many stretches where I wasn't hot.
That's what
when I had to figure out how to talk to girls for the first time, I was not hot.
That's what it is. I mean, that's all it is, man. You know?
I was not at all, and I had to have a sense of humor. That was like the first time I was like, oh, I have to make observations. I have to like, oh, this happened in class. What's a juxtaposition that I can make that makes this fun? But that does, yeah.
That's how you would think about jokes?
I guess it'd be like, I would say that's like a lot. Like a girl says something, or if you're making fun of someone, not like loosely, I guess, making fun of someone.
Cool.
And they would say something ridiculous. I would laugh and be like, that's so ridiculous. I would like laugh, be like, that's funny, that's ridiculous. And then I'd be like, that's like, and then say some other shit or whatever.
I know.
And then try to make it a little heightened or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of would be how I would flirt. 100%. When you neg a little bit.
What are those called? When something's like this, it's also like
similes and metaphors.
No, yeah, but there was a part of the SATs that it used to be.
Oh, the analogies.
They got rid of those.
Blank is to blank as blank is to blank.
They got rid of those because
they did.
Yeah, they're worried people are gonna get too good at talking. So
honestly,
they got rid of analogies.
Yeah.
Probably
the rich people were like, we can't do this.
Yeah,
they're catching on.
Yeah, they're catching on. Truly, the one part of the SATs that actually is useful isn't the analogy parts.
Yes.
You know what part's not useful?
What? Grammar?
Negative b plus or minus the square root of, you know? Yeah. Right? That's not useful. Analogies are.
Yeah.
Right? So what's that feel like? It feels like this.
Yeah.
It's articulating yourself.
Yes, exactly.
So, okay.
To a more relatable way.
So what's this move?
It was just mid-makeout. Mid-makeout, you
I got
pull
moves,
out.
so you got to be careful what you say on the pod.
Should I not say it? That's why I don't know if I should say it.
Go ahead.
Mid-makeout, you pull out, give a stare, you go, wow. Then you go back into the makeout. You didn't tell me wow, but I think you said wow.
I'll tell you the real move. Okay.
But they did this, and I was like, oh wow, Sebastian was just telling me how like romantic this is, and it's one of the best rom-coms of all time. And I'm like, I bet you've never seen this movie.
Nah.
Yeah.
I did watch a documentary on a guy that collected Pez though.
Same shit.
Same shit.
Yeah.
I'm learning moves from that. Here's the actual move. Okay.
Let's
see
hear
that's Hollywood. That's
okay.
That's glorified. Here's the move. Use this with caution. People may fall in love.
Okay.
So here's what you do. You kiss. You're making outs. And then you pull away and you look at them. And you kind of look at their eyes. And then you look down at their lips. And you kind of like smile a little bit. And you just stare at them until they go, what? Until they speak first. Showing that you have absolute control over the situation.
This is the full move. Okay.
This is the full move.
Yes.
So they go, what? No. I go, nothing. Stop. I'm looking at you. Until they like feel like, oh my God, like and then you kiss them again.
That's beautiful.
You have to let them speak first. You don't speak first.
The power of silence.
The power of silence.
I like this. I knew it was adjacent because I was like, he would never say wow.
Nope.
Sebastian's not a wow man.
I say
make out wow.
Nope. Wow. Yo, wow. No, I pull out and I look at them and I smile and just at close.
Yeah.
Until they say something.
That's nice. I think that is a good move.
Yeah, I can't believe I just shared that with people.
Well, I will say this though. People say that this movie is the best rom-com.
Wow, I can't believe that fucking came out on the podcast. I can't believe that.
No,
we have to use it. We'll let the people know. But here's what sucks.
What?
I mean it every time.
I love that. I get that.
It's also fun, just as fun for me.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun to pull moves.
Making out is fun.
Yeah.
Feeling good about, you want them to feel good about themselves, you want to feel good about yourself, and you're already physically intimate. It's nice to elevate those two things for everybody involved.
I just don't know. So here's the thing. I don't want some people to be like, oh, if you have moves, that's not special to me.
No.
What do you think? A guy just bumbled along and was able to say everything perfect?
Yeah.
The life ain't the movie freaking Hitch.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You know, yeah, the moves are used on other people. You know what? They were practiced on other people. Oh, God, that's horrible. There's no good way to, say it.
No. You're also just growing as you go through life. And you know what? It's all, I would say this, actually. It's about you. You like to do that. It feels good for you when you do that, and that's something you like to do when you're making out because it feels good for you. And when you are hooking up, people have preferences of what they like to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, people say, what's your favorite position, X, Y, Z? It's like, oh, you can have that, but...
There's more than one?
But yeah, it's just something that makes you feel good.
I got to hit this book.
Yeah.
The Kama Sutra. I always come before the second page.
All right, babe. Hopefully tonight we can make it to page 2.
I'm always like, it sucks. I always start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I need to start. I need to put a bookmark in the damn
get
thing.
A bookmark. I'll get you a Kama Sutra bookmark.
You got to get me a bookmark for this damn Kama Sutra. I'll tell you this. I've never made it past more than one. Wow, Jesus Christ. What's your favorite position? Wow, I didn't know that.
No, there's more than one, man.
Wow, I didn't know. I guess it's like vines. You know what I mean? Fucking me is like a vine, you know? We just cut to the other position really fast in the matter of 7 seconds. It's like, wow, I can't believe how many shots he got in that. It's like, wow, Sex with Seb is like a vine. Somehow in 7 seconds we have 4 locations. This is a nice. Put this clip back in 2014.
Yes.
That'd be good for the soul.
2013, 2012.
Yeah.
The height of Vine.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, fucking me is like Vine. It's like, wow, I can't believe it. That 7 seconds felt packed.
Yeah.
But somehow empty inside of me.
I think that's the clip right there. I think we've
tag my mother.
That 7 seconds felt packed.
Tag my mother. Let her know.
Let her know.
Let her know. Who cares? It doesn't even freaking matter anymore. She'll die. I'll die. It doesn't matter. Let her know. Seb has sex once a year.
What I've realized, though, is that rom-coms, a lot of them, much more heavy on the rom side than the com side. And I like a rom-com to be 50% rom, 50% com. And this isn't really existing. This movie, Notting Hill, was, I would say, 80% rom, 20% com.
Not enough com in your
Not
rom.
a lot of com in my rom. I want more com in my rom-coms. It'd be like almost 80-20 com to rom, which I don't also. I want a full even
like
split rom-com.
knocked up is 80% like com and 20% rom.
Correct.
But here's the thing. What my idea is, it's the way that gender norms looks at relationships.
Okay.
A man looks at a relationship probably a lot of, let's not even fucking make it, like a lot calm, a little rom.
Okay.
And some people want a lot of rom, a little calm.
Yes.
And you know what I want?
Oh, and you think more people want more rom than com?
I think more people.
Because not as many guys like rom-coms.
Yes.
So a guy probably wants 50-50 split rom-com.
I would say an average man probably wants mostly calm, a little rom.
Oh, okay.
Most like knocked up is mostly calm. They're hanging out. They're smoking bongs. They're with their friends, and of course they get the beautiful girl.
Yes.
Right. And if the girl wants mostly rom because it's in a direct reaction to the calm roms.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good for a 50 split. Me personally, I'm a 80% rom, 20% calm guy.
You want 80% rom, 20% com.
Which is fucked.
Interesting.
Because I'm mostly calm.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm mostly calm. So when it comes to rom-coms, I want mostly rom.
Okay. Well, do you like full rom? Like The Notebook, I would say, is what? Full rom.
I like full rom.
You like full rom.
I could go full rom.
I could go full rom too if I know what I'm signing up for. But what is a 50% rom, 50% com? I was trying to think of one that even exists.
I can't think of one.
Yeah.
I can't think of one. Maybe When Harry Met Sally might be one of the closest flirts.
Yes. I haven't seen it in a while. I went through a phase though when I watched like all of the classic rom-coms.
Yeah.
And I really liked them. Like Must Love Dogs, Along Came Polly, Friends with Benefits, How to Be Single in New York. And they're objectively bad movies. I'm just like, I like to watch like two people fall in love in a fun way.
Friends with Benefits was closer.
I like that.
It was closer to 50-50.
That was closer. I would say that was like 60-40.
Yeah, that was closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Along Came Polly, that we say short.
Yeah.
That adds to that's mostly calm at that point.
You think it is more calm than rom, Along Came Polly?
Yeah,
probably.
Even the first time they fuck, remember he's like counting down the set. He's like,
yeah.
I do that.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah, make it a 12. You don't do that?
No.
How do you distract yourself?
When I'm having sex?
I think if
I don't try to distract myself anymore.
You don't?
Not anymore.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless you and your family. Are you kidding me? You don't distract yourself?
I'm not trying to. No.
I think the saddest possible thoughts in my mind.
I try. The worst position to be in is having sex and being like, I got to think of shit that is not going to make me turned on at all. It's like, why are you're doing this because it feels good. It's like, I'm going to think about my grandma.
It's like
why am I going to think about my grandma? Like,
it's like going to a scary movie just to like cover your eyes the entire time.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Sex for me, I've never opened my eyes during sex.
Yeah.
I mean, physically, but emotionally, no.
Okay.
Emotionally, my eyes have been closed every time I fucked.
Interesting. I'm more like, this is what I think that since the pandemic, my awakening is I try to prioritize the person that I'm hooking up with for most of the beginning of the session, I would say. So like to a point where I'm like, all right, I think that I've built up enough good karma that if this is not great, if this actual sex isn't great, that's okay, but I'm going to try to enjoy it. And I'm going to, while doing that, I'm going to try to make them feel good too, but it's like, I try to just take the pressure off.
You make the meal for them and you have
Which I think you do too. We've talked about this.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even eat.
Yeah. You don't always need to eat.
You don't got to eat.
No.
You know what? That must be confusing when the man don't eat. I don't eat.
It's so confusing.
You think it's confusing for people?
I think it's confusing, yeah.
I don't mind not eating.
It would be more confusing because before the pandemic, I wouldn't eat and I wouldn't set up. And I wouldn't cut. It's like, what does this guy want?
Yeah, sometimes I don't need to eat.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Anyways. Yeah, no, I think Palm Springs was maybe 50% rom, 50% com. I don't know if you saw that movie.
No.
But I like a good even split, so.
Well, that's good. I'm happy.
That was my takeaway from this film festival in which I saw no films.
I'm happy that you went on vacation and now you're thinking about
rom-coms.
Rom-coms. Just the Robbie I want.
That's exactly it.
Just the Robbie I want. Come home, babe. I'll put more calm in your rom. All right? Get over here, you little slut. I mean, you beautiful slut.
All right, we have exciting news.
What's the news?
We're doing a show on February 3rd at the Bitter End.
That's like the old music and comedy venue in New York.
One of the most iconic venues in New York. We're opening for our friend Alfonso Velez, who is incredible. We did a whole episode about him called A Beautiful Soul. And he's great. He's a great musician. We're doing a full hour set on a music show in one of the most iconic venues in New York City. It's $15, which is the cheapest that you've been able to buy a ticket for us in New York since we've done live shows. And you'll get a full night of entertainment, which is cool.
Yeah, it's 3 hours. You could say
it's a
for
3-hour
the
show.
$15 will get you through all that.
Yeah.
Hanging out, we'll be there. It'll be fun. Yeah,
which does feel almost like old New York, like
yeah.
where comedy and music would be at the same venues. It would be like artists stick together, which I'm excited about. Yeah,
it'll be dope. Also, we have a show the following week.
We have. No, so then we go to Vermont, 17th and 18th.
Excuse me. Vermont. So if you're in Burlington, if you're coming out, please come out to the Vermont shows. And also, we'll be teaching up there. If you want to take workshops, please check those out. Go ahead.
And then we have 224. We're back. New York is phenomenal at Caveat. So we have 2-3, the Bitter End in New York City, 7:30 p.m. 217 and 218 in Burlington, Vermont. We'll be doing Vermont is phenomenal, which we had such a blast last time. It's a fun trip. If you're in New York, Burlington's awesome. And if you're in Vermont, definitely come out. It's a great venue and a great little city.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
And then 224. So those are all our dates for February. So please come out to that. We're back live and excited to see people.
Beautiful. All right, Robbie, hit the fucking music.